Good afternoon, guys. I'm WUSA Season 4, Episode 208, I believe. 208. And it is Saturday, early evening, and we're going to do a little test. This is only a test. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to a casino that is related to one of the casinos that trespassed us yesterday. Specifically, the casino that said, don't ever go to any of our properties or you're going to be arrested immediately. So what are we going to do? We're going to go to one of their properties, and these guys do have facial recognition, and we're going to know pretty early if they stop me at the door, if my card works in the machine, if my card works in the kiosk, and we're also going to stop by the cashier at some point and have them look at our card as well. And hopefully all that is clean and we're okay. We don't have anything to worry about, which is what I'm hoping is going to happen, because this is a small place, but I probably get $500 a week from it, so it's definitely helpful. I hate to not have it, and it's close enough that I can leave during the day at work, and that's where I go. So if I don't have this, could be a lot of long days of work. Talk about getting stuff done. I'm going to be bored out of my mind. So hopefully there's no problem, and we can still gamble at this place. So like I said, it's Saturday afternoon, nice day outside, like 80 degrees outside. One of my kids had a cross-country meet this morning. Another kid had a soccer game this afternoon. And I've been working on cleaning my backyard up. We've got a fire pit. We've got an old fire pit way in the back with a huge pile. We have an old playground set with like a huge playground set, multi-leveled and all that kind of stuff. And these guys that are friends of my brother said that they'd be willing to clean all that out for me for $500, which is a decent deal. But I thought my youngest would like to destroy his playset himself. So I gave him a hammer, and we went out there, and I was his assistant, and he broke the pieces off, and I put them in the fire, and we got most of it broken down. He got all his energy out, and the fire is burning down as we speak. So I will call and say, yes, go ahead and do this, and I'll leave a little bit of extra work for them to do since we did part of the work for them. So there's also like a big concrete slab that was a ramp to one of my old sheds, and I'll have them take that away. So one other thing, I checked with the area that I live in, and if a shed is under 200 square feet, then you don't need a foundation for it, you don't need gravel or anything. And one of the companies I am going through has a warranty for like 50 years allegedly on their sheds, so because it has some kind of barrier down below. So I'm looking at a 16 by 12 shed instead of a 20 by 12, and a 16 times 12 is 192 square feet, so no foundation needed. So we'll save some money there on the gravel and all that stuff, and all we have to worry about then is just getting it brought in. So I think that's what we're going to do. So I'll do that this week also and get that scheduled. I'll have those guys come out this week. And then I also need to talk to a roofer this week. There was a leak while we were on our cruise, and we pinpointed exactly where it is. And I need to get someone out there to take care of that. So it's just where the fireplace meets the roof, there's a gap there. Just needs to fill it in with some of that goo that they use, that like tar type stuff, material. So anyway, we're going to head to this casino. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to let my wife know when I'm walking in case I do get arrested. She'll know where to pick me up, and I'll be back to update you hopefully on Saturday and not on Monday or Tuesday. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back, and just so you know, it is still Saturday. I did not get arrested. I went into this place and they have facial recognition at the front door. No issue. Walked around, was still a little bit worried. Eventually put my card in the machine after I finished all the plays I could find. I was ahead like $5. Put my card in the machine, no issue. Okay, everything's fine. So I've got this little mailer, you know, you get a mystery amount of money. Last time it was only like $40 or something low. This time though, it wasn't 40, it was $20. So, you know, moving up in the world here, $20. And there was like a game you play, and I missed on all of them, and so I got nothing else. But now that I had finished playing, I was up $5. I had my 20 in free play. I checked all the machines except for one, and a very nice older gentleman and his wife were just getting up from that machine. And as they moved over to the machine next to them, I looked and I was like, huh? Ruby? I was like, I could not believe what I saw on the screen. I'm like, well, I think I'm going to play this with my free play. So it was a $6 a spin. I put in my, oh, you know what? I actually put in more than I thought. I put in my $20 in free play. And, okay, now I'm forgetting here the numbers here. I think it's, 1503. Okay. So, I put in the 20, and that, of course, was only like 3 spins. That was gone. I put in a $20 bill. I have no idea why, because I had a bunch of 20s in my pocket. Then I'm like, why am I putting in 20s? I put that 20 in, that was gone in 3 spins. So I put a $100 bill in and spun it a few times when it finally hit. And when it hit, let me see how much I had in the machine. I was down to 58, so I was down $62 when it hit. And the first hit of 2 paid $992, and the second hit gave me another $583, so $583. So let me just double check my math here. 583, 1044, yep, that's right, minus 120 means I was ahead by the time I left, not $5, $1,507, and we all giggled like little girls. It was awesome. It was awesome. So I think I'm okay here. It doesn't mean anything. In a day or two, things could catch up with me. Maybe it's not in the system yet or whatever. So we're going to be careful. But we're definitely coming back Monday and hopefully Tuesday while we're working. And we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, that was good. So today is what, August 23rd. I mean, I just put it in my notepad here because I do August 23rd plus 1507 at the same casino group where they warned me that if you go to any of our casinos, you're going to be arrested immediately. And not only was I not arrested immediately, but I picked up the 400 I lost at your crappy casino. That's too far away anyway. And I picked up another 1107 on top of that. And I appreciate your offer. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I'm very happy that so far so good. I haven't seen any indication of anything else going on. So tomorrow we're going to take another risk. Tomorrow we're going to go on another longer one, a 3.5 to 4 hour trip one way, and we are going to see if that casino got any notice. It's a little bit further from the casinos we were at yesterday. However, if it was a flyer, I think I'm okay. But if they listed it on Biometrica or one of those things, then I'm probably not okay. So we'll find out tomorrow. So I should be arriving tomorrow evening, and a friend of mine is going to meet me at that casino as well. So hopefully everything goes okay. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So right now I've got 47 miles range on my car. I'm going to drive a little while here to get it down closer to 10. And then there's a good gas station that always has cheap prices. We'll get some fuel there, and then we'll be on our way tomorrow after church, after lunch with the family and all that. We're going to head out to a casino, and worst thing that can happen, you get arrested and I'm in jail overnight. So should be fine. I'm not worried about it. I think worst case really at that casino would be for them to tell me to leave, which would actually crush me. But I'm also going to visit a second casino in that area that did tell me don't come back. Well, they said we want you to leave, so they didn't say don't come back. So we're going to come back on a different shift, which is tomorrow. And now I'll still have my same license plates that I had yesterday, but we are getting new plates, and I should have those by the time I get back from my trip. Hopefully before I leave for my trip on Wednesday. We'll see. So yep, that's what's going on right now. You're all caught up, and I'll probably catch up with you tomorrow, which will be Sunday afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. It is Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m., and we are just heading out for the day. Have to leave earlier and earlier because we have to go further and further. But are we afraid? We ain't afraid of no ghost. So we're going to go a little bit further today. First stop, about 4 hours. Potentially second stop, 2 hours further. Potentially third stop, an hour further. So how much time does that give us? Well, we have to be at work in, I don't know, 16 hours. So we could probably hit all the places we want to hit. I haven't decided what we're going to do for sure, but we're definitely going to this first spot. So let's get on the road and get to it. I just got a call about half an hour ago from the guy. You'll remember, he's the guy who was always in the casino, knew a little bit about advantage play, but mainly just wasted his money on some stupid Buffalo something machine where he can go down as low as like 8 cents or 4 cents a spin, and he would just play all day long and waste his Social Security check. And one day he was leaving the office, might as well be his office, leaving the casino early morning, and the city bus that he was in got hit by a high-speed, a car going at high speeds in a high-speed chase, and he ended up in the hospital for a week or two. And then after that, if you'll recall, he was in the casino for like a week or two without changing clothes, still in his hospital slippers, because his roommate got evicted. Like his house was actually sold, I think, in a sheriff's sale while he was in the hospital and had nowhere to go. And then I don't know where he's living now, but so that's the guy I'm talking about. He called me and said after 2.5 years or 2 years now, since we talked about this, that the guy was, it's been about a year. The guy was sentenced to 2.5 years in jail for the incident, and the victims of crime something is going to give him some money. And he said his medical bills were like $140,000, and he's not sure how much money he's going to get. Well, this is the same area where I was walked out with a police escort because I'm so dangerous at playing slots. You know, we don't want this guy to play slots and win $50 or $100 every time he comes in here. We got to get the police. So he knows a manager in there, and he was trying to have the manager help me and him because he got kicked out as well. His crime was worse than mine, since mine was not a crime. He was signing W-2s for people who didn't want their name known because they owed taxes or child support or something. So he was signing people's W-2s for a little bit of money. So he was kicked out. But he has a friend who's a manager, and he was trying to work on his case, quote, case and my case, and he never heard back. But you know, I've already written that off. I'm not worried about it. It's not worth all the headache. I'll be back there soon enough anyway. So he was telling me that nothing ever happened with that, and you know, he was just catching up on stuff with me. So today is a Sunday. Had a nice morning, went to church. It's a nice cool day outside. It's only 74 degrees. Well, when I got up this morning, and my wife went ahead to church because she volunteers, and then I brought the next group with me. and I had a low air pressure thing pop up, and I'm like, how is this possible? I got 4 new tires on this car. So I put a little bit of air in the tire that I thought it was, and we went to church, and after church we went to a Mexican restaurant, and I had some nice chicken fajitas there. Well, while we were waiting for my wife to show up, I noticed that it was actually not the tire I was putting air in, but one in the back driver's side, that has a big screw in it. So that's why the low pressure thing came up. But I don't have time to do anything about that now. So I made sure all 4 tires had enough air, and we're gonna drive probably 550 miles today with the screw in the tire. And then tomorrow after work, we'll head to Walmart and see if they can get that fixed for us. So yeah, but today looks like a nice day. Looks like everything's gonna be fine. Hopefully we don't have any more ejections from casinos. I finalized my trip. We are going on Wednesday morning. We'll check into work and go. I am on call this week. I'm not supposed to be more than 50 miles away. We will only be about 600 miles away. So if they need me, I have no clue what I'm going to do. But hopefully they don't need me, and everything can be done online. And that's really what's going on right now. I brought the air pump with me just in case. And we're heading off to our first casino, and it's going to be a long drive, so I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back, and it is almost 3 hours later, and we have been going on some detours. Currently it's going to be adding about 20 extra miles to our trip due to closed roads, accidents, construction, all kinds of things going on. And it's a nice day outside. It's a sunny day, just a few clouds outside, but somehow we've got closed roads, we have accidents, we have all this stuff going on. So we have to take the long way there. I have never gone to this area from this method. I've come back from this road only because I ended up going to a different city many hours away and coming back this way. But this is adding a whole lot of miles. I don't really love it, but we do what we have to do. So it's going to take a little longer to get there than expected, but we're going to get there soon. So that's what's going on right now. We're going to try to get a little bit of blackjack in before the shift changes, and then we're going to be meeting a friend and then figuring out what to do from there. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I'm back, and I'm stuck right now in a parking lot. I was going to park down the street from the casino in case they got a flyer with my license plate. I probably should have, but I didn't because this town is so busy right now. I don't know what's going on, but all the streets are jam-packed, so like you can't move. Everyone is just stuck. So I decided to pull into the parking garage anyway. So if they did get the flyer, or I am in Biometrica, then oh well. I'll probably be backed off and be really upset in about 10 minutes here. If I can even get in this casino in the next 10 minutes. Otherwise, I should be good. If I'm good today, I'm probably good for a while. So, and this is my last casino within 5 hours, so hopefully I'm good here. We'll see. But yeah, right now, like, there's nowhere to go. I can't go forward, I can't go backward, and I can't turn around. So I'm stuck here for a while. We'll see what happens. And hopefully I won't be updating you for a few hours because I'll be playing, but you never know. Alright guys, I am back, and I'm still here. So I didn't have a problem. I did go in with my car. I did go in, use my ID to get in, and no issues. I was not able to find a blackjack table. But in lieu of that, just to see if there's any kind of anything on me in the area, like my picture or anything like that, I walked up to a pit boss and I talked to him for a minute, and nothing happened. So I was able to play one slot, which took an extended period of time here, more than I ever thought that it would. And I did end up making a little bit of money on that one. Ended up ahead $302. Then I was just waiting for an opportunity to play some blackjack, but just never came. And the shift change was about to happen, and there was just nowhere to sit. The high limit was up to $200 a hand, and there was no way I was going to sit down with 50 big bets before, or 50 little bets, min bets, before reaching CTR levels. So there's nowhere to move. You know, what are you going to do? 200 to 4,000 and have 2.5 big bets? So I ended up going to play some poker, sat down at a 1-3 no limit, and played there for a little while. I mean, it was up and down, nothing really extraordinary about it. I did get face cards like 10 times in a row, hands with face cards like 10 times in a row, and could not win a hand there for a while. And then, oh, okay. And then finally, I had a king 10, and I got a flop of, I'm looking at the picture here, 9 queen jack. So that was excellent. And there were like 4 people in the hand. And at this point, I'm down like, I think I was down like 220 at this point. And of course, I've got the nuts. Even if the ace comes, I still have it. So unless a flush were to come, then I should be okay. And it looked like there was no possibility of a flush on the board just by looking at the picture here that I took. And so I ended up winning that one. That one got me up about $70, $80, something like that. And then a friend of mine showed up, and I pulled out of the table, and I ended my session on the 1-3 no limit plus $40. So nothing great there either. I was able to talk to 2 or 3 people that I know, and all of them are like, maybe more, maybe like 4 people, and all of them were like, yeah, there's like no opportunity in this area anymore. Everybody used to come here, and now all the good stuff is gone, and very little opportunity. So but the good thing is that I did get it on video. I walked in, there was a lady scanning IDs, and then there was like a security manager in the line too, and he was like spot checking people too. And he didn't ask me anything. He just smiled at me and said hello, and I said hello and went by, and no issues. So hopefully we'll be good. I want to hit this place on the way home, actually. So okay, so I just sent a message to a friend of mine about the next casino I want to go to. Unfortunately, it's 180 miles away, 170. And it's further away from home, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I know it's going to be terrible tomorrow. I'm going to have a bad day. I'm going to be tired in the team meeting, but I don't really have a choice. So we're going to go ahead and go there and play some blackjack, do some slots, maybe a little bit of poker. I did grab a yogurt from this place and already had that just to give me a little bit of energy. And I've got my electrolytes and water and my protein shake with me, so all that's good, should be fine on my trip. And we'll see what happens, but pretty disappointed I didn't get a chance to play any blackjack at all. All the tables jam-packed. There was an event in town, and I realized after I got in there what was going on. So but right now we're going to move on. We're going to find another place to play. We're going to make some money, and I'll be back. Total of plus 340, 342, something like that at that spot. I'll be back. All right, guys, a little over an hour into my trip here to the next casino. Just had to stop and get some fuel. I was down to about 3 miles range, and I pulled up to this gas station, go to the pump, enter in my credit card, and out of service. I moved to another pump, and out of service. Third pump looked like it was okay. Put in the credit card, out of service. Luckily, there was a gas station across the street. I went there instead. We're back on our trip here. Still got a long way to go. In the middle of Nowheresville, USA. And So many bugs here. The windshield is just absolutely disgusting right now. But we're continuing on, and it's already dark, so it's going to be a long night. We still have about 9 or 10 hours before we have to be home. 11 and a half hours before we have to go to work, or 11 hours. So, you know, let's make the most of it here. Already have about $100 in fuel in the car today, and we've only made about $300. So hopefully something good happens here at the next stop. So that's what's going on right now. I'll be back. All right, guys, getting real close now, just around the corner from our next stop. And this place is approximately 5.5, almost 6 hours away from the casino that backed us off. Now, they are similar, so they may share some information. I did not change my license on the car yet. That'll be tomorrow, so we will see what happens. Let's see, I thought there was a driveway here, but there isn't. So we'll go around the corner here, and we'll see. So I'm just gonna park in the parking lot, and then walk in and hope they don't back me off, because if this one's gone, then there's absolutely nothing I can do. So yeah, there's definitely going to be a camera at this gate that I'm going in. So we're going to find out very quickly whether or not there's going to be a problem. So I don't know, this might be a mistake, but let's see if we can see where the cameras are here. I know they're here somewhere. I know they're here, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. I'm finally here, finally going to get a chance to play blackjack if I don't get backed off immediately. And I'll come back and report to you. There's a lot of other good stuff here, beatable games, so hopefully there's no problem. So I'm gonna park in the parking lot here and hop in, and hopefully I won't be back for a couple hours, and then we're gonna have to start figuring out how we're gonna get home, because time-wise we are rapidly running out of time if we want to get to work in the morning on time. So I'm gonna have to back into this parking spot here, so my license is not showing, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. A lot of stuff here to unpack. Let me kind of go through this. I don't really like this area. It's a little scary to me as far as traffic stuff and lots of police and stuff like that. But let me kind of go over what happened here. I went in there, and actually a friend of mine was already here, and his dad. And I was kind of worried about what was going to happen, because this casino is somewhat related, somewhat, not really, but to the casino that backed me off a couple days ago and trespassed me, actually, using my license plate, of course, my new license plate, because how else could they have had the paperwork ready to go before I walked in? So it was definitely that. I come up here, my car's stalled. What the heck? That was very strange. We don't need any more issues here. So yeah, so I go in this, got a really long entrance, and I know that there's going to be cameras everywhere. No issues. I walked in. My friend's dad meets me at the door. Go talk to my friend for a minute. He's finishing up a play, and he's like, okay, well, I'm done. I'm like, well, I would probably play a little longer. I was probably wrong on that, but I played it for a minute. I ended up making $4 on there. Probably was not a play. I was probably mistaken on that one. So so I made just like $4 or $5 on that, and then started walking around looking for things, and I'm not finding any plays. Then I start seeing other people checking machines, and I'm like, yeah, you know, that's what I kind of expected, but I was hoping we'd get a break today. And my friend said when they got there that they found a few plays. So I decided to play some blackjack. And of course, I'm still worried because, all right, so I got in the door, but, you know, I'm going to get to the table, and are they going to have a problem with me there? So I go to a $25 double deck table and buy in for $300. It's just me and another guy. And I start playing, and first shoe goes by, I'm down 25. Second shoe goes by, I'm down, 50 or 25. And then third shoe starts, and I notice on the table it pays 6 to 5 for blackjack. And I've never seen that on a double deck table other than that crazy one at Bally's, which is now Horseshoe, that I can't find the picture I took. It's out there somewhere, though. I know I've got it somewhere, where it was like 6 to 5 on, no, it was even money on blackjack. No taking insurance. No even money when you both have when you have a blackjack, the dealer has an ace up. All these bad rules, can only double on 11. All this bad stuff. So I never really saw a 6 to 5 double deck other than that. So I immediately get up, and at that point I'm up like $50. So I'm like, okay, this is all the blackjack I'm going to get to play today. I've driven like 400 almost something miles, and that's all I'm going to get to play. So I'm walking around looking at other stuff, and I'm not really seeing anything. I see my friend, and I'm like, hey, do you know this machine? I took him over and I showed it to him, and he's like, yeah, he knew more about it than I did. And there was a play on there, and I said, okay, what do you he goes, do you want to play it? I said, yeah. I said, and then I hit it, and I'm like, are we splitting this? And he's like, no, it's yours. I'm like, okay. And ended up having a nice win on that one, like $150 or something like that. And in the meantime, I hadn't found anything to play, so I put myself on the poker list, which was really a bad idea because it's so late, and I got issues here. I cannot be doing this on Sunday nights anymore. It's just too far. And just going straight home right now, we're looking at almost 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, come on. And there's casinos that I'm going to skip and not hit on the way back. It's just not a good situation. So no more doing this on Sundays. I ended the slot session ahead a total of $179. I did play some 1-2 no limit. And the guy sitting next to me to my right, I'm in like seat 7, and he's to my right, so like, I guess, yeah, something like that. And he's got like $1,000 plus in chips. And I'm like, this is a 1-2 table. And this guy is so drunk, and he knocks his beer over, and he's all this stuff, and he's tipping the dealer ridiculous money. There was one hand, he's like, okay, he's straddling for $12, and he's like, he tells the dealer, if I win this hand, I'm going to give you the whole pot. And he bluffs, and he bluffs, and he bluffs, and then finally everybody folds. And it's like a nice sized hand. It's like $80-$90, something like that. And he tips the dealer the whole amount. And then I see him tipping the dealer 25, 45, 35. I'm like, you're insane. You're winning a $50 pot and giving him 25 of it. But he's still stacking chips, doesn't know what the hell's going on. And he was telling a story. He says that he goes to the high limit room, and he plays a $13 a spin machine, which I think I know which one that is. And on the second spin, he hits for $3,500. So he's all excited and just giving money away to people. So whatever. Wish he would have given me some money. But I ended that session ahead 72. The slots ahead 179. And the blackjack ahead $50. And this is like miserable. So what are we talking about here? Not much money at all. 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, less than 650. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's just like $1 a mile. So not very excited, but at least I know I can still play at the other casino, and there are some good games there. I was gonna stop on the way home, and I still might, but it's already gonna be cutting it so close, and I don't really want to go in there rushed. But we'll see what happens. But right now we're heading toward home, toward the other casino, and we'll see what happens here. This road is kind of crazy too. It's like 75 miles an hour, then 65, then 55, back to 75. But we'll see what happens here. Right now, 54 degrees, early morning hours, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back, and it's been about just over 200 miles since I talked to you. Still many hours to go, and I had to make a decision here if I was going to this casino or not, and it was going to add about 40 minutes or so to my trip if I stopped at this casino, and definitely would make money there, but decided against it just for my sanity and my safety, I guess. So decided against it. There is one more I'm going to be driving by, and I'm not sure what I'll do there. But let's go ahead and do our segments. What did you eat today, MW? I had some chicken fajitas this morning, right around noon, and then this evening I had a yogurt with some granola, and that's and I had a Caesar salad, chicken Caesar salad at the poker game, the second poker game, I guess. I played 2 of them today, and that was some delicious dressing, I gotta say. And I would give the fajitas like an 8 on a scale of 2 through ace, because all these places are ending up with all vegetables and no meat. So yeah, I don't know what to do about that, but prices are staying the same, but you're getting less protein and more vegetables. And then the yogurt was pretty good. I can't really rate that. And then the salad also, for a side salad, just a little salad, I'd give that a 9 on a scale of 2 through ace. And what did you tip today, MW? And I played very little blackjack today. I did play 2 short sessions of poker, and I ended up tipping $1 a hand, which probably came out to about $7, maybe $6, something like that. And what did you learn today, MW? Well, today I confirmed what I already knew, but I forgot, or just didn't believe, and that is that Sundays I cannot be going on these super long 500-mile journeys or 400-mile journey each way. It's just way too much, and I cannot do it. It was just for my safety, and I end up missing casinos on the way back, which means I shouldn't have gone that far in the first place. If I'd already hit that casino and I was going to hit it again on the way back, I could always take an hour or 2 and sleep in the car, and then go and hit it on the next shift and save all that driving. So that's that. So right now, continuing on here, long way to go, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, continuing on here. Ended up fueling up 3 times today, and that's something that's not going to happen anymore on a Sunday. Definitely not. I'm feeling pretty good, actually. It's 3:45 a.m. Still have a few more hours to go plus, and feeling pretty good, so should be fine getting home the rest of the way. Tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to be in town, and then Wednesday morning we're taking off, and it's going to be a long one. And it's unfortunate because I was supposed to stop at 3 casinos on the way to the area that I'm going to, and now I'm only going to have 1 casino, and it's not that great because I lost my 2 good ones there. So I'm going to try to remap things and maybe go a different way, even if it adds an hour or 2 to the to the trip and see if we can pick up a couple good casinos. It just may not be possible, and it just may be almost a whole day of driving before I get anywhere. But you know, we do what we have to do. Once I get to the area that is my target, I should have pretty good games to play, and hopefully we have some good variants while we're there. So I hate to have to do this, but this is going to be the new thing that we're going to have to do, and it's going to happen pretty often here, where we're leaving home for 2 or 3 days or more at a time so we can make some money. So I think I'm going to let you go now and continue my trip home. Should be getting home around the time the kids are getting on. Well, probably the kids are getting up in the morning, and we'll get a couple hours sleep, maybe hour and a half of sleep, and show up to work right on time. You know, what are you gonna do? So gonna try to be at work at 9 instead of 8 tomorrow, and get a little bit of sleep, and we'll pick up from there. So for now, I'm gonna let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.